Alright, so hot on the heels of my wax test, I figured I'd make a video about wax and grease remover. I'm gonna make quite a few of these videos because it seems like there's very few people who use this product, and I feel like it really beats any kind of an alcohol wipe, which seems to be the standard for a lot of people that are in detailing. And even getting into just basic car maintenance, this stuff is really good for getting road tar off. It's pretty much what you need, is a good wax and grease remover. So, you saw the wax video, I'll put a link to it so you can watch that. I'd actually watch that before you watch this. But I'm going to dry this panel off, and we are going to wipe it down with that wax and grease remover. Alright, got the panel dried off. Got a spray bottle with the wax and grease remover on there. It's going to saturate one of these towels. You need a wipe towel and a dry towel. Try to wipe this off the IPA preferred wiping method of only moving in one direction. I can already feel, like when I first started wiping, it's like you could feel the wax on there was really smooth. Now, it's like I can feel it dragging, the towel's dragging on there. Alright, spray this down with the water, see if there's any wax left on here. Look at that, nothing. Can't even see where that tape was masked off. You can see the uniform behavior of the water. It's just laying on the panel the same way it would if it was unwaxed. Alright guys, so there it is. You know, if you really want to get a panel clean, in my opinion, you should be really looking into using the same product a body shop would use to completely clean a panel with any kind of wax or grease or contamination before the vehicle's painted. You know, when you go to paint a vehicle, it's got to be clean or that paint is not going to adhere to the surface. So yeah, I mean, the alcohol wipe, you know, it works. I feel like it's not even close to as aggressive as a true wax and grease remover is. And that's really why I wanted to make this video. And kind of going back to, you know, I did another video about removing road tar. I mean, this stuff will burn it right off of there. I'll put a link to that video too. It talks about the difference between a water-based contamination and a solvent-based contamination. So, you know, take the time, check that out. You know, something to take notice of. Because like I said, I watch a lot of videos where people are just doing the alcohol wipe and it's like, yeah, it works, but I feel like this is a way better product. And, you know, you've also got the ability to remove grease or whatever. But I mean, this stuff, obviously it's great for painting, you know, cleaning something off to paint it. I mean, that's pretty much what it's designed for. But even getting into detail work, I mean, you know, wax can affect you buffing a vehicle too. And I actually had that happen to me. I was working on, my brother-in-law has an Audi, it's black, and I ended up putting spray wax on the hood. And then it was like the next day I was looking at the hood, I was like, oh man, I'm just gonna run the buffer over this hood and try to take some of these scratches out, you know? So I started running the buffer over it, and it's like, it wasn't doing anything. I mean, it was like, I'm looking, I'm like, man, what's going on here? And then finally it dawned on me, I'd actually used some of that Meguiar's waterless wash, the wash and wax. And that wax, that spray wax, wash and wax, was powerful enough to prevent the product from working onto the panel. So keep that in mind. You know, if you're detailing a vehicle and you know it's had a good coat of wax on it and you're looking to do paint correction, you know, you should really get the car cleaned off with some kind of water cleaner and then finish it off with a wax and grease remover to get all that wax off, because it's going to make it that much easier for your product to work into that paint and, you know, remove those defects. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching. If you learned something, click the thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. And I have links to this stuff in the description if you want to get your hands on it. This stuff is actually kind of hard to find, and then I actually found some at a parts store and it was really expensive. Like, it was stupid expensive. So I'll throw you guys a link for that. If you want to get your hands on that product, you know, get yourself a spray bottle. Makes it a little bit easier than dumping it out of the can. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.